Madam, my name is Wesly Mancha, Anak Riki, and my partner is Nur Haikal Bin Nuzihan. So today, we're gonna present about social media me, analysis and discussion about the Big 5 personality assessment on real life versus social life personality. And next, I will explain about the ocean or the Big 5 model. For openness is an individual who are imaginative, curious, and open-minded. And C is conscientious, the trait that reflects dependability, organization, and discipline. And E is extraversion, is exemplified by sociability, assertiveness, and high level of emotional expressiveness. And A is agreeableness, where a person's cooperative and compassionate nature. And N is neuroticism, is a tendency to experience negative emotion such as anxiety, depression, and irritability more frequently and intensely than others. And next, we're gonna review of the posting from Haikal social media. So as we can see, the first photo is he wearing a baju raya for 8 from 2023, and the next photo is where he take a picture at beach in the morning, and next is where he go to vacation at Sekinchan. Next is he post to Facebook about himself. He wish to himself happy birthday. The next image is where on Haikal's Twitter feed that is on beach panorama views. Also Haikal's For You page at Instagram, the title is How to Treat Yourself to Be Productive, and so on. So from this from the postings from Haikal's social media, I can do assessment of personality against his social media. So the first one is openness to experience. So Haikal's social media canvas paints a vivid portrait of a man who appreciates a tapestry of culture, the beauty of nature, and the depth of personal introspection. So all traits associated with the big 5 dimension of openness to experience. And also for the conscientious, let's focus to the detail that Haikal demonstrates in his attire. So particularly when he dons traditional clothing, implies a respect for tradition and the understanding of the situation requirements. And next is extraversion. So this tendency to edge with others, to celebrate in collective settings, and to embrace festive occasional that are all captive of the extroverted spirit. So the photos of Haikal in traditional attire standing fervently and smiling broadly further communicate a sense of ease. And next is agreeableness, where another indicator of agreeableness is content of Haikal's caption and post. So the gratitude that he expressed on occasion like his birthday and the well wishes he extends to his social media audience reflect a thoughtful and kind-hearted individual. And next is neuroticism. From the image and captions Haikal has chosen to share, there appears to be a notable absence of overt stress and negativity. So his posts reflect moments of joy, gratitude, and peacefulness, whether he's celebrating a personal milestone like a birthday or simply enjoying the tranquility of seaside setting. Here are Haikal Big 5 personality test results analysis. So as we can see at the graph, the extraversion's raw score is 88. So Haikal's strikingly high score in extraversion implies that he is likely to enjoy engaging with the social world around him. And next is emotional stability. The raw score is 19. So this score places Haikal's toward the higher end of the neuroticism spectrum, suggesting a susceptibility to experience negative emotion. And next one is agreeableness. The raw score is 30. Scoring on the lower end of agreeableness, Haikal may have more competitive edge, valuing self-interest over harmonious relations. Next is conscientiousness. So the raw score is 31. The lower score in conscientiousness indicates a tendency towards flexibility and spontaneity over structure and reliability. Haikal may prefer to keep his options open rather than adhere to strict schedules or detailed planning. And the last one is intellect or imagination. The raw score is 59, a moderate score in this domain, also known as openness to experience. So this portrays Haikal as someone who enjoys new idea, experience to a certain extent, but does not seek them out excessively. So here is the social self versus access self for Nur Haikal Bin Nuzihan. So the perception on social media for openness to experience is interest in various experience from cultural events to serenatural settings implies a degree to openness. And next is consciousness. So detail and structures both suggest some level of organization, and extraversion is appearance sociable and engage in community and social gatherings. And next is agreeableness, is presents as amiable and friendly, enjoys connecting with others. Neuroticisms both show positively but lack of emotional contents provide limited insights. Perception from personality test. So openness to experience. Haikal may moderate score indicates an appreciation for new experience and ideas but not an overriding drive for explorations. So for consciousness is low score may reflect a flexible and spontaneous approach rather than a highly structured or disciplined one. And extraversion is high score suggests a very sociable, energetic and assertive nature. And for agreeableness is lower score indicates a preference for self-interest and independence over pleasing others. And next is neuroticism. Low profile implies a tendency towards emotional sensitivity and possibly higher levels of stress. So for my conclusions for Haikal's personality test result versus his social self might create accurate or inaccurate. So the first one is contextual performance versus self-perception. So the Big 5 personality test captures how Haikal perceives his own typical behavior and erosions. However, in real life, people's action can vary significantly depending on the context. Haikal might perform more extrovertedly in familiar social situations than he generally perceives himself to be, leading to discrepancies. And the next is the complexities of real-life scenarios. Haikal's actual behavior is shaped by immediate circumstance, pressure, and the presence of others, which can provoke response that differ from his self-assessed tendencies. And the third one is social desirability bias. When taking the test, Haikal may have consciously or subconsciously responded in ways he believes are more socially acceptable or ideal, rather than what is absolutely true for him. And the fourth is state versus threats distinctions. So Haikal's response on the Big 5 personality test may be influenced by his current mood or recent experience, which is state influence, rather than his stable, enduring personality traits. And if he took the test during a particular good or bad period, his response might not accurately reflect his typical self or trait expressions. And the last one is self-awareness limitation. The accuracy of self-assessment tools like the Big 5 is dependent on the individual's self-awareness. So Haikal may not have a perfect insights into all aspects of his behavior and emotions. So this can lead to misreporting and consequently inaccuracies in the test results. That's all for me, and I'll pass to Haikal.
Thank you, Wesly, for the presentation. And Assalamualaikum and greetings, Dr. Adizal. My name is Nur Haikal Bin Nuzihan. And today I'm going to present to you the social media me, the social life versus the sex life personality of my friend, Wesly Mancha. Okay, let's start from the review of the postings from Wesly's social media. We can see here the Wesly's post from Instagram when he is visiting Malacca, his mirror selfie, his direct message to me, his love for sunsets, and this is among the Wesly's like post from TikTok. And we can see Wesly's watching the PUBG mobile live, and among the For You page in Instagram, the suggested post for Wesly's. And let's move on to the review of the Wesly social self based on Ocean, the Big 5 model. So for the openness to experience, Wesly social media posts, when viewed through the prism of openness to experience, we can see the portrayal of someone who embodies the creative and exploratory spirit characteristics of high openness. This personality dimension encompasses just a novel of experience and intellectual curiosity. Wesly is a person of aesthetic appreciation person. When comes to his Christian background, plays significant role in his life, as indicated by the church picture, and the caption reads, "Your life is precious in God's eyes." This expression of faith suggests the philosophical engagement of life, deepest question and search for meaning. And so next we move on to conscientious. Conscientious individual is exhibit the sense of responsibilities and attentiveness of detail. So this is one of the characteristics that we can see in Wesly. He is one's sense of orderliness person, detail orientation person, and goal-directed activities kind of person. And when it comes to extraversion, from the social media self, we can see Wesly's expressions of his selfies is very look as an extrovert person. And for his broad of social networks, from IG, from Instagram to TikTok, and to whatever he is doing, he is very broad of social network person, and his post suggests that he is okay to be the center of attention. It's like he is extrovert person. In real life, he is really an introvert person that we can discuss after this. And for agreeableness, Wesly sharing content to others shows Wesly he is friendly, and the caption in his post shows his empathy ability to understand others' feeling. His post shows he is cooperative and others contribute to the group's well-being. And for his neuroticism, his post doesn't always show he has an emotional instability. Instead, his post featuring tranquil scene and sunset may indicate capacity to find peace and contentment in his environment. And others shows motivational caption he might shows a more emotional, stable outlook of life, characteristic generally associated with a lower neuroticism. Next, for the review of Wesly's asset self on www.openpsychometrics.org. So the result is Wesly has a low score on extraversion. Extraversion indicates his preference for introversions. Individuals with such a score often find satisfaction in solitary activities and introspection. In a group setting, Wesly might be the one who listen more than he speak, contributing truthfully and selectively. This is proven when I know Wesly's foundation year. He is the one who listen more than he speaks. Then he may build a close-knit relationship with a small circle of friends. And for emotional stability, the raw score is 66. This suggests he generally experiences less anxiety, moody, and sadness. And he is likely perceived as a calm, composed, and capable of handling stress without becoming unduly upset or overwhelmed. This trait boasts resilience, allowing Wesly to navigate life's ups and downs with a steady hand. For agreeableness, the raw score is 40, likely strikes a balance between cooperation and the assertiveness. He might not always seek consensus to avoid conflict. It means compromising his values or objective. This makes him a fair and effective team player. For conscientiousness, a high score is often associated with a strong sense of duty, a methodical approach to tasks, and drive to achieve goals. And Wesly is likely someone to set a high standard for himself. This might go well with his attention to detail and a strong work ethics valued. And for agreeableness, Wesly low score in the domain indicates a preference for the concrete over abstract. He may not favor practical solution and proven method, approaching problems with pragmatic mindset. This does not mean he lacks of creativity or intelligence. Rather, he may apply these qualities in a more focused and conventional manners. So next, for the Wesly's social self versus asset self, we can see the differences. If we can see to openness to experience in social media, Wesly is more open to experience, but the perception from the personality test indicates a low score, means Wesly preference for routine and familiarity over novelty and abstract ideas. Same with conscientious, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism, which contradict each others. And for Wesly's conclusion, accurate or inaccurate on Wesly's personality test result versus the personality on his social media. My conclusion is that reflecting on my exploration of Wesly's social self versus his asset self, I have to consider that both portrayals might not fully capture the essence of Wesly truly is, especially given his more introverted nature real life. It's fascinating to see the contrast between his vibrant social media presence and the quieter, more reflective side I've come to know him personally. The differences serve as a reminder that the personality assessment and social media can be valuable glimpses and contradict each other into a person character. They might not always align perfectly with the complex, nuanced individual we can see they interact with off screen. That's all. Thank you very much, Dr. Adiza, for listening to my presentation.